Hello everybody, how are you? I hope you're all doing great. So as I have promised that we will practice only the questions of chronology and matching. So here I have brought finally from the cycle June 2024 shift 1 and shift 2 we will practice the questions of chronology and matching. By solving these questions, these questions are going to boost your score for sure. So do not miss this video. Do watch till the end. Okay. So let's start the class. But before starting the class, I would like to request to all of you that please subscribe the channel and do share more to more students and ask them to subscribe and share also. So let's start. It's up to you now. Okay, you can have a choice that if you like, you can subscribe. Otherwise, I can't force you. So here is the first question. I have not changed the question number, but question as it is appeared in the question paper, I have brought as it is. That is from the question number 91. The chronology questions starts from the question number 91. Here you can see arrange the following works of Raymond Williams. Raymond Williams work always asked in chronology. So do remember Raymond Williams work you have to arrange in a chronological order of their publication. Work you have keywords culture and society, the long revolution, the country and the city, and modern tragedy. And here you can see the options. Quickly you can match, arrange as per their publication. Raymond Williams. The first work that Raymond Williams gave in culture and culture study was, as per my knowledge, was culture and society. I have discussed this also in my class when I shared the video of culture and culture study. You can watch culture and study. That is option B. I have told you how you can eliminate. So B we can see appear in only in three options, and after that I have told you that you have to put the long revolution. So B, C, E, D, A. Option number 3, let's see if yes. Here you can see B, C, E, D, A. That means first work as per the chronological sequence of Raymond Williams, Culture and Society. Do remember the publication date, everyone, 1958. Second, the Long Revolution, 1961. Third, you have 1966, that is Modern Tragedy. Next, you have The Country and the City, 1973. And the last one you have Keywords, that is 76. So these are the correct chronology. 58, you have to start with Culture and Society, and Keywords will be the last one. Let's discuss. Not only we will solve the questions, but a few important points also, so that you can memorize for your exam. Here Raymond Williams, you all know, that was a founding figure in cultural studies, published Culture and Society first, establishing his critical approach to literature and society. It was followed by the Long Revolution, which expanded his culture theories, and after that, Modern Tragedy examined the form through a Marxist lens, and the next, he published The Country and the City, that explored literature's representation of rural and urban life, and the last one you have Keywords came last, serving as a lexicon for cultural studies. So now you know how you can arrange these works. You can also remember the key concept of the following works. Okay? You can take the screenshot of the publication because you have less time for preparation. Culture and Society, 1958. After 3 year, 61, Long Revolution. After 5 year, Modern Tragedy, 66. After 6, how many? 73 you can memorize. The Country and the City. And after that 3 year, 76, Keywords. After 7 years you can say, no? So this is how you can memorize by making a gap between the years. Next question, everybody. Let's move on to the next question. Next chronological questions you have on your screen. I hope it's fit on one page. Question number 92, you have arranged the following works of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar while also describing everything in the Dalit writer. I told you that B.R. Ambedkar's work always asks in chronological sequence, so you all have to remember. Also, I have mentioned the work by Ambedkar. So you have to arrange chronological order of their publication. Again, publication, you must remember the date of publications of the few important writers. Option A, you have Mr. Gandhi and Emancipation of Untouchables. Option B, The Annihilation of Caste. Option C, The Problem of the Rupee, Its Origin and Its Solution. Option D, Freedom versus Freedom. And option E, Buddha and His Dhamma. As per the publication, you have to arrange B.R. Ambedkar's work in a correct chronological sequence. Correct answer? Which work mentioned first? If you have watched the Dalit literatures video that I have posted few days back, you will definitely find that was the first work, no? If we will find the annihilation of caste, again the option number B here we can see only in the option 4 B, C. So we can let's see the answer if I am correct. No, here you can see the first work you have, maybe I have not mentioned. So first work he has given us option C, that is The Problem of the Rupee, Its Origin and Its Solution. After that you can put here The Annihilation of Caste. Remember 1923, you have to start from The Problem of the Rupee, Its Origin and Its Solution. After that you can remember The Annihilation of Caste 1936, then Freedom versus Freedom 1939. After that Mr. Gandhi and the Emancipation of Untouchables 1943, and the last one Buddha and His Dhamma 1957, published posthumously. Posthumously, that means once the writer dead. So these are the correct chronological sequence of as per the publication of work by B.R. Ambedkar. Remember, the first work is Rupee, in which year? 1923. Second, The Annihilation of Caste, in which year? 36. And that then after that you can memorize. Let's memorize the few important key points. The problem of the rupee, he then addressed social issues with. Then after that, the annihilation of caste. Here you can see Ambedkar's early work focused on economic reforms. He mentioned in the problem of the rupee economic reforms related with the problem of rupee. Then he addressed social issues in the annihilation of caste. Then his political critique continued with Mr. Gandhi and emancipation, and then untouchables and freedom versus freedom, and then after finally Buddha and his Dhamma reflects his spiritual and philosophical beliefs, published posthumously. So these are the correct chronological sequence of the work. Again, you can memorize The Problem of the Rupee 1923, Annihilation of Caste 1936, Freedom versus Freedom. There must be, it's a federation or freedom. If any of you know the correct word here, it's federation, I guess, or freedom. Any of you can comment. Federation or freedom. It's okay, but you must remember there must be freedom word. So 1939 and Mr. Gandhi and the Emancipation of the Untouchables 1943 and Buddha and his Dhamma 1957. You can put Buddha and his Dhamma last. Okay? Shall we move on to the next question? You all have to memorize everything, the work. Since many times I was researching for the chronology questions. Okay, next question you have. Arrange the following philosophers' theories in the correct chronological order of their birth. Now, birth question you have to arrange, and the writer you have Simon de Beauvoir, Walter Benjamin, Jean Baudrillard, Mikhail Bakhtin, and Roland Barthes. Quickly find the answer, everybody. Philosophers' theories in the correct chronological as per their birth. That means which of these writers have born first. What would be the correct answer? Simon de Beauvoir, do you remember his work, The Second Sex, which was published in 1949? So, according to that, if we go option B, Walter Benjamin, we can put him first. Let's see the answer, everybody. We have to discuss everything to memorize each questions. Let's see. Yes, Walter Benjamin came first. Here you can see, so the option 1, that is BDEAC. First who born was Walter Benjamin, then Mikhail Bakhtin, Russian philosopher, then E. Roland Barthes, then after we have Simon de Beauvoir, and then you have C, that is Jean Baudrillard. These are the correct chronological order of their birth. Here you can see the year. Walter Benjamin 1892, Mikhail Bakhtin 1895, Simon de Beauvoir 1908, Roland Barthes 1915, and Jean Baudrillard 1929. These are the correct chronological order of these writers' birth. Okay. Benjamin 1892, Bakhtin 1995, Barthes 1915, Beauvoir 1908. It will come here and it will go there. Baudrillard 1929. Do remember these writers' date. Next question you have. Arrange the following Indian writers in the correct chronological order of their birth. Now you have Indian writers. As per their birth, you have to arrange. And who are in the option? R.K. Narayan, Raja Rao, Sri Aurobindo, A.S. Venkat Ramani, and Sarojini Naidu. I will post a separate video. I will bring a separate video on Indian writers, including all the small and major writers from the history. Only about the writers and their major work. What would be the correct answer? I'm confused. As per their birth, you can see the answer here. Option number 3, that is the one who born first, was option C, that is we can put Sri Aurobindo, then option E, Sarojini Naidu, then C, A.S. Venkataramani, and then R.K. Narayan, and last we can put Raja Rao. These are the correct chronological order. Here you can see the year. Sri Aurobindo 1872, Sarojini Naidu 1879, A.S. Venkataramani 1880, R.K. Narayan 1906, and Raja Rao 1908. Do remember the year, everyone. I hope you will crack your net at your first attempt, in your first attempt. It's my wish for everybody who are watching. Let's see the next question. Now you have to arrange the following novels in the correct chronological order of their publication. You have to arrange novels. Novels as per their publication. And option you have So Many Hangers, All About H. Hatter, Music for Mohini, The Waiting for the Mahatma, and Kanthapura. And here you can see the options. Novels, these are the novels you have to arrange as per their publication in a chronological sequence. These questions have been taken from the PYQs June 2024 shift first. Shall we see the answer? Here we can match, we can put them in a chronology. Option 3, that is E, Kanthapura will first. Then after A, So Many Hungers. Let me show you the correct sequence here with the year. As per the publication Kanthapura 1938, So Many Hungers 1947, All About H. Hatter 1966. Oh, we are going in a backward. It's mix actually. We can put them in a correct chronology. So which work came first? All About H. Hatter, Music for Mohini, The Waiting for the Mahatma. It's fine. We have to put this one last. All About H. Hatter will come last, and this will be the third, and this will be the fourth. Okay, it's little bit typo. So first will be 1938 Kanthapura, then So Many Hangers 1947. Do remember, I'm putting them in a correct chronology. Music for Mohini 1952, and The Waiting for the Mahatma 1955. That will be the last. Okay. Here the year is mentioned. You can get them accordingly. Next question, everyone. Arrange the following plays of G.B. Shaw in the correct chronological order of their publication. And the work you have: Pygmalion, Man and Superman, Arms and the Man, Too True to be Good, and Saint Juan. George Bernard Shaw. G.B. Shaw in short. What would be the correct chronology? Correct chronology, everyone. G.B. Shaw, Pygmalion, Man and Superman, Arms and the Man, Too True to be Good. Remember, these works are by Shaw, G.B. Shaw. First work we can do Arms and the Man, maybe the first work. Let's see the answer. Yes, Arms and the Man. So according to the answer, we can easily get the correct chronological sequence. So first you can put Arms and the Man first. Second you can put B, that is Man and Superman. Next, third you can put Pygmalion, that is 3. Then after you can Saint Juan, and the last one would be D, fifth. Now you understand. First you have to, this is the first work by G.B. Shaw. Here the year is mentioned. Arms and the Man 1894, Man and Superman 1903, Pygmalion 1912, performed this work in 1913. So though both here I have mentioned. Saint John 1923, and Too True to be Good 1932. Okay, let's see the next question, everybody. Let me tell you this. Arms and the Man 1894. This was one of Shaw's earlier plays known for its satirical take on war. Remember the key points. Man and Superman 1903, a philosophical comedy exploring themes of society, human nature, and evolution. Pygmalion 1913, a popular play about a phonetics professor who bets he can transform a Cockney flower girl into a lady. Do you remember the main character, protagonist? Comment your answer. Already I have told you. Next you have Saint Juan 1923, a historical drama focusing on the life of Joan of Arc. And the last one you have Too True to be Good 1932, a satirical work exploring human nature, politics, and society. These are the key points you can remember. I have put these key points so that you can easily in your exam find the correct answer. Next question you have, question number 97, everybody. Arrange the following detective novels of Agatha Christie in the correct chronological order of their publication. See how many questions of publication you have seen by solving it. Just solving the questions from 91 to 97 we have reached, and more than 5 or 4 questions you have seen. Death on the Nile, Murder on the Orient Express, Sparkling Cyanide, The Mysterious Affair at Styles, and The Murder of Roger Ackroyd. Agatha Christie. Correct chronological order of their publication you have to arrange. Let's see the answer. Here you have already seen while sliding. So first work of as per the publication, option D, The Mysterious Affair at Style. Next you have E, that is The Murder of Roger Ackroyd. I am repeating the question again and again, and also the year, the writer, point, concept, so that you can memorize with the class. B, you have Murder on the Orient Express. A, you have Death on the Nile, and the last one, C, Sparkling Cyanide. Here you can see the year. The Mysterious Affair at Styles 1920, The Murder of Roger Ackroyd 1923 to 26. Both year was mentioned, so I have brought this. Original there was mentioned both the years, so you, if any of the year is given, you can go, but not beyond that. Murder on the Orient Express 1934, Death on the Nile 1937, and Sparkling Cyanide 1945. Remember these works you can put in the correct chronological as per their publication. These dates are correct, everybody. Here let me tell you about Agatha Christie. Who was she? Dame Agatha Mary Clarissa Christie, how long the name is. In short, known as Agatha Christie, Lady Malouin, 18 September born 1892 1976. You can remember the birth date also. That is 1890, and the death year 1976. Was a renowned English writer, celebrated for her how many detective novels she has wrote. Celebrated for her 66 detective novels and 14 short story collections, most famously featuring her iconic detective Hercule Poirot and Miss Marple. This you can remember. She authored The Mousetrap, the world's longest running play, which has been continuously performed in London's West End since 1952. A leading figure of the golden age of detective fiction, Christie earned the title of Queen of Crime, and also a term now trademarked by her estate, and is also widely referred to as the Queen of Mystery. So who is the writer that known as Queen of Crime and Queen of Mystery? And the longest running play Mousetrap wrote Agatha Christie. You can remember the name. And the 66 detective novels, 14 short story, you can memorize everything. Additionally, you can remember she published 6 novels under the pseudonym Mary West Macott. Pseudonym, that means she changed her name to from Agatha Christie to Mary West Macott. When you do not want to reveal your real name, you published your name with some other title, other name. Here I have brought the work. If they will ask you apart from these works, now you can put them correct. See, The Mysterious Affair at Styles 1920, The Murder on the Links 1923, The Murder of Roger Ackroyd 1926, The Big Four 1927, The Mystery of the Blue Train 1928, Peril at End House 1932, Lord Edgware Dies 1933, Murder on the Orient Express 1934. If 1920 to 1934, as per these works, you can put this work at the last. If you're liking the session, please like and subscribe also. Here you have the next question, everybody. Arrange the following children's book in the correct chronological order of their publication. See, again publication, and the writer you have, writer with the work J.K. Rowling, The Goblet of Fire, Philip Pullman, Northern Lights, C.S. Lewis, The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe, J.R.R. Tolkien, The Hobbit, and William Golding, Lord of the Flies. Let me show you the option. Here you can see which would be the correct one. As per their publication, you have to arrange these children books in correct chronological order of their publication. The Goblet of Fire, Northern Lights, The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe, The Hobbit, Lord of the Flies. Let's see the answer. We have to finish. Here you can see DCB, DCE, BA. So option number here you can see option A is going to be the correct one. Let's see the year. The Hobbit 1937, The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe 1950. Do remember the year. Lord of the Flies 1954, Northern Lights 1995 and The Goblet of Fire 2000. These are the correct publication date of these works. Here Tolkien's The Hobbit started the fantasy trend pre-World War II, followed by C.S. Lewis' Narnia series and Golding's allegorical Lord of the Flies in the mid-20th century. The later 20th century saw the rise of fantasy with Pullman's Northern Lights and Rowling's Harry Potter series. If you remember, these are all created in a movie, marking a modern era in children's literature. Remember the year. Next question you have, everyone. According to Dhananjay, there are 5 elements of the plot parallel with the 5 stages of the action. From these respectively arise the 5 junctures. What is the correct sequence of these junctures? You have Avamarsa, Mukha, Pratimukha, Upas Maharti and Garba. What would be the correct answer, everybody? According to Dhananjay, you remember the 5 elements of the plot? You have to arrange them in a 2 way, that there are traditional method also. Traditional way is different. 1 or 2 word is sequence wise they change. If you have not studied about this, do read. Do prepare. Dhananjay, there are 5 elements of the plot parallel with the 5 stages of the action. From these respectively arise the 5 junctures. What is the correct sequence of these junctures? You have a correct answer. Let's see. Option 2, that is BC, BCEAD. You have to put first Mukha, then C Pratimukha, E you have to Garba, then Avamarsa and the last one Upas Maharti. As per the sequence, I think there are change in the last 2 options, that is A and D. Let me discuss here. Here I have mentioned the sequence Mukha, Pratimukha, Garba, Avamarsa and Upas Maharti. I should have mentioned the traditional way also. I will share this, okay? You can remember Mukha, that is opening, Pratimukha progression, Garba development, Vimarsa, that is Avamarsa, pause or turn, and Nirvana conclusion. This is Next question, everybody. Again, it's a publication date. Do not forget to memorize the publication date of the work. Arrange the following text of critical theory in the correct chronological order of their publication. Let me remind you that we are solving the PYQs of chronology questions from June shift 1, June 2024 shift 1. So here the writers and with their text you have Michael Foucault, Roland Barthes, Jacques Derrida, Jacques Lacan and Jean-Francois Lyotard, and the work they have The Archaeology of Knowledge, Mythologies of Grammatology, Eccrites and the Postmodern Condition, a report on knowledge. Text of critical theory, you have to put them in correct chronological order of their publication. I think all the questions we have solved till are from publication. Here you have to remember. See how NTA tried to put you in a strict dilemma. Let's see the answer, everybody. Option 3, that is here. You have to put first Roland Barthes, Mythologies. Then you have to put Jacques Lacan, Eccrites. Then C, Jacques Derrida of Grammatology. Then you have to Michael Foucault, A, and the last one Jean-Francois Lyotard. Here you can see the year. Roland Barthes Mythologies 1957, Jacques Lacan 1966, Derrida of Grammatology 1967, The Archaeology of Knowledge 1969 and The Postmodern Condition 1979. As per their publication of these texts, you have to arrange them as per the publication. Here, Roland Barthes' Mythologies, key concept you can memorize. This is the collection of essay by Barthes in which he analyzes the semiotics of everyday culture, particularly French popular media. Got it? And next you have Jacques Lacan in Ecrit's 1966. He mentioned a compilation of Lacan's psychoanalytic essays exploring concepts like the symbolic order and the mirror stage. Next, you have Jacques Derrida of Grammatology 1967, in which this work was groundbreaking work in which he introduces the concept of deconstruction, examining the relationship between language, writing, and meaning. Remember the key concept. Jacques Derrida in Grammatology, he mentioned and examined, he gave the concept of deconstruction and examined the relationship between language, writing, and meaning. And the next one you have Michael Foucault, The Archaeology of Knowledge, that is in 1969. Foucault develops his methodology of historical analysis, focusing on how knowledge systems are formed and transformed over time. And the last one you have Jean-Francois Lyotard, The Postmodern Condition, a report on knowledge, that was in 1979. In this text, he introduces the concept of postmodernism and critiques grand narratives. Do remember each major concept, key point I have highlighted in the explanation, so that in one short revision while solving these questions you can prepare for all together. Next question again. Next question, everyone. Which one of the 19th century novels portrayed disabled characters? And the option A you have Fyodor Dostoevsky's Crime and Punishment. Option B, Flaubert's Madame Bovary. Option C, Jane Austen's Pride and Prejudice. Option D, Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol. And option E, Melville's Moby Dick. Is there options? Here the options: A, D, E only, B, D, E only, C, B, E only, A, C, B only. What would be the correct answer? You have to find the disabled character mentioned in these novels. Disabled character. Here the answer you have option 1, that is A, D and E only. A, D and E only. Fyodor Dostoevsky's Crime and Punishment, Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol, and Melville's Moby Dick. What type of disabilities this character faced? You can eliminate the option A also if this work is not mentioned. So D and E only is also going to be the correct answer, because disability, as per the correct answer you have to choose, you can simply eliminate the option A. Let me explain here. Crime and Punishment features Raskolnikov's mental instability. So that is why I think disability they have eliminated the option A, that was Fyodor Dostoevsky's, because we have to find the physical disable. But mental disable is also, maybe it could be the reason that we can put this in a psycho, right? Psychological term. So that is why option D, that is Christmas Carol and Moby Dick, this option you have to choose. Do remember. So here A Christmas Carol portrays Tiny Tim's physical disability, and Moby Dick's include Captain Ahab's missing leg, that is prosthetic leg. So as per these options you can simply go with this option D and E only. Here, crime and punishment, Marmel Doe and others reflect physical and psychological disabilities. Christmas Carol Tiny Tim is a well known character with a physical disability central to the novel's moral theme. Moby Dick Captain Ahab has a physical disability, a missing leg, that is prosthetic leg he has, and significantly shapes his obsession and the novel's plot. And the next one you have Madame Bovary and C. Pride and Prejudice do not portray central disabled characters in the same explicit way. So this is all for today. I hope you have liked the session. Next, tomorrow we will solve the matching questions because there are so many publication here you have to remember. So this is I have to wrap. At once you can't memorize each year. How many each questions was based on publication year, I guess. They have included the writers around the globe. So this is all for today, everybody. I hope you have liked the session. This is the question from your June 2024 shift 1, and also I will also bring the video on June 2024 shift second matching and chronology question. So stay tuned, do watch and subscribe the channel, and also press the bell icon to get the latest informations and post, and keep patient. Do prepare well, and all the best. I hope you crack your NTA exam at once. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Take care and bye bye. Thank you so much. The question, everybody: arrange the following works by South Asian writer now in the correct chronological order of their publication. And the work you have: Cartography by Kamala Shamsi, The Namesake by Jhumpa Lahiri, The Last Queen by Chitra Banerjee, Diva Karuni, Desirable Daughters by Bharti Mukherjee, and The Inheritance of Loss by Kiran Desai. Let me show you the option. Put them as per their correct publication date. In a chronological sequence you have to arrange. Which one? Kamala Shamsi, she is Pakistani writer. 1-2 questions you can see from Pakistani writers, Pakistani literature. It's again happened. I'm not going to edit this video seriously. It take too much time. Instead of, I will find some questions for you to save my time. Let's see the correct answer, everyone. Here, you have to put option 4 is the correct answer as per the publication. Option 4, the first one you have to put Cartography by Kamala Shamsi. Then you have D, Desirable Daughters by Bharti Mukherjee, first. Next you have B, that is The Namesake by Jhumpa Lahiri, third. Then you have E, The Inheritance of Loss by Kiran Desai, fourth. And the last one you have The Last Queen by Chitra Banerjee, Diva Karuni, fifth. Let's see the year here. Desirable Daughters by Bharti Mukherjee, 2002. A Cartography by Kamila Shamsi, 2002. Any of these, both are in the same year, so you can put any of the in the first. The Namesake by Jhumpa Lahiri, 2003. The Inheritance of Loss by Kiran Desai, 2006. The Last Queen by Chitra Banerjee, Diva Karuni, 2021. And here, Bharti Mukherjee's Desirable Daughter, 2022, marked a significant moment in diasporic fiction, dealing with themes of identity, tradition, and cultural displacement among Indian American women. These are the key points of Bharti Mukherjee's Desirable Daughter, published in 2002. Next one you have Kamila Shamsi, Cartography, 2002 again, though released the same year, focused on the political unrest. This work, Cartography, based on political unrest and personal relationship in Karachi, highlighting the deep scars left by violence and history. Remember the movie Gadar. Next one you have Jhumpa Lahiri. The Name Shake 2023 explored the complexities of immigrant life and generational conflict in America through the lens of Bengali family, gaining widespread critical acclaim. Namesake, do remember. And the last, next you have Kiran Desai's The Inheritance of Lost 2006, which won the Booker Prize, tackled themes of post-colonial identity, globalization, and loss in the Indian and immigrant experience. The inheritance of loss, this was the key point. Next one you have Chitra Banerjee, Divakaruni's The Last Queen 2021, published, being the most recent, reflects a turn towards historical fiction, bringing to life the story of Maharani Jindan Kaur and highlighting forgotten female strength in India's colonial past. I hope you do understand. So these are the correct chronological sequence of these works by the writers. Let's move on to the next question and see what we get next. Oh, where is the question? Question number 102. Okay. Question number 102, everyone. Arrange the following campus novels in the correct chronological order of their publication. Option A, you have J.M. Coet's Disgrace, Malcolm Bradbury's The History Man, Mary McCarthy's The Groves of Academy, Evelyn Waugh's The Brideshead Revisited, Philip Roth's The Human Scent. And here you have the option. Publication year. See how many year you are going to memorize. There must be some way I have to find to help. Correct answer, everybody. You have to put them as per the publication in a chronological sequence. Chronological sequence. What could be the correct one? Let's see the answer. I think Malcolm's Bradbury, no. Brideshead Revisited should be first. Yes. Or you all have. See, we have option 2, that is, let's arrange. Option 2, we have to put the Evelyn Waugh's Brideshead Revisited on first. Then we have Mary McCarthy's The Groves of Academy second. Then we have B, Malcolm Bradbury's The History Man on third. Then you have J.M. Coet's Disgrace on fourth. And the last one you have fifth, that is Philip Roth's The Human Stain. Let me show you the year. Brideshead Revisited 1945, The Groves of Academy 1952, The History Man 1975, The Disgrace 1999, and The Human Stain 2000. These are the correct chronological as per their publication date. So do remember, everybody. Here the key points you can memorize. Evelyn Waugh's Brideshead Revisited 1945 offers a nostalgic and spiritual reflection on Oxford life, focusing on aristocracy, memory, and loss. Next one you have Mary McCarthy's The Groves of Academy 1952, that presents a satirical take on American academic politics, marking the post-war rise of ideological conflict within universities. Next we have Malcolm Bradbury's The History Man, that was published in 1975, captures the radicalism and hypocrisy of 1970s British academia with biting irony. And the next one you have J.M. Coet's Disgrace 1999, shifts to post-apartheid South Africa using the university as a microcosm to explore power, guilt, and redemption. And the last one you have Philip Roth's The Human Stain, that was published in 2000, critiques identity politics and moral judgment in modern American academia, underscoring racial, ethical complexities. These are the key points you can memorize, and these are the correct year of the publication. Let's see if there are more questions. Yes, sir. You have question number 103. You have arranged the following text in the correct chronological order of their publication. The Pilgrim's Progress. And the work you have, yes, The Pilgrim Progress, Beowulf, Endymion, The Fairy Queen, and Paradise Lost. Here you have option, everybody. Don't worry. I just told you while in a class of I was doing for 2 o'clock. That was quick revision series. That if you are a student of any subject, before starting and jumping to any concept, you must strengthen your base. So here you can see the work we have Beowulf. Can we go? Let me show you the answer, everybody. Don't need to be worried. So option 2 we have to see as the correct. That means first you have to put Beowulf. Second you have to put the Fairy Queen. Next you have to arrange 3 E, that is Paradise Lost, and then Pilgrim's Progress, and the last one you have Endymion. Let me show you the year. Beowulf, as you know, this is from the old history, Anglo-Saxon English. So 8th to 11th century. The Fairy Queen 1590 to 1596, Spenser. Paradise Lost you have 1667. The Pilgrim's Progress 1678. And the last one we have Endymion by Keats from Romantic Age. Let me show you if I have added the explanation. Beowulf, composed between the 18th to 11th centuries, this Old English epic is the earliest known work in English literature. It always appear one or two question. Next one you have The Fairy Queen by Edmund Spenser, published in 1590 and 1596. This allegorical epic celebrates Elizabethan values. Allegorical, it was mentioned, one of the student was thinking that it may be, this is allegorical, but moral allegorical it was mentioned. Political allegorical work we can't say, but moral allegory, this work when I researched it was mentioned. So now it is correct. Okay, next one you have Paradise Lost by John Milton, first published in 1667. This grand epic poem tackles theological and philosophical questions. Next, The Pilgrim's Progress by John Bunyan, released in 1678. This Christian allegory is one of the most significant religious works in English. Next one you have Endymion by Keats, published in 1818, a key romantic poem celebrating beauty and the mythology. Let's move on to the next question, everybody. Again, it's publication. See, just avoid the little bit typo, that is typing error. Next one you have arrange the following works in the correct chronological order of their publication. Again, it's okay, don't worry. Here you can see the options: Ahmad Ali's Twilight in Delhi, Chaman Nahal's Azadi, Manohar Malgaonkar's Distant Dream, Mulk Raj Anand's Untouchable, and K.A. Abbas' Tomorrow is Ours, a novel of the India of today. Here you have option. Publication. I think all the questions we have solved from chronology, that is from June 2024 shift 1. The questions was all about publication, right? Each work if I have to put them in correct chronological sequence as per their publication. That means how many dates you will remember, you will memorize. It's okay, we can. Let me show you the answer. Here option 1, that is D, you have to put first Mulk Raj Anand's Untouchable, published in 1935. Next one you have A, Ahmad Ali's Twilight in Delhi. Next one you have E, that is K.A. Abbas' Tomorrow is Ours. Next one E, this one's the third. The first one you have D first, then you have A second, then B third, and this is the fourth, and the last one you have a fifth, D. So this is the correct chronology. Let me show you the year. Do remember the year, everybody. Only solving the chronology and matching questions will boost your score to crack NTA UGC NET exam at once. That is why I think NTA gives so many questions of publication or based on year, so that a student can't crack their or get their exam at once. They passed. What do you think? How many years the students who are escaping to learn the date of histories in school, and now the situation is, you can imagine. It's okay. Mulk Raj Anand's Untouchable 1935, Ahmad Ali's Twilight in Delhi 1940, K.A. Abbas Tomorrow is Ours Novel of the India 1943, Manohar Malgaonkar's Distant Dream 1959, and Chaman Nahal's Azadi 1975. Do remember the year I am telling you repeatedly so that you can memorize how many years you have seen in this single video. I will share this PDF on my Telegram channel. If any of you want to get this, you can join the Telegram. Simply link is given in bio and description, everyone. And also please like, share and subscribe the channel. Do share more to more students and boost the channel. It's your channel now. Let me tell you the key points. Mulk Raj Anand's Untouchable, you are familiar now, a pioneering novel that confronted the harsh realities of caste discrimination in India. Ahmad Ali's Twilight in Delhi, a beautifully written portrait of the fading Mughal culture under British rule. And third, you have Abbas Tomorrow Sees Ours, a progressive novel reflecting political aspirations during India's independence struggle. Next one you have see Manohar Malgaonkar's A Distant Dream 1960s focuses on the socio-political changes around independence. And the last one Chaman Nahal's Azadi 1975, a landmark partition novel capturing the trauma and displacement of 1947. Remember the movie Gadar? You can relate to memorize everything for longer period of time. A landmark partition novel capturing the trauma and displacement. The people keep shifting from one place to another to other. That is the displacement and trauma, how psychologically, mentally we get effect of all these things when it happens. Next, let me see again publication. From 91 we have started and now we are solving the question number 105. All the questions we have solved from the publication for the publication year. No problem. Arrange the following works of Black British. See, Black British writers, Black African we were preparing, and now Black British writers in the correct chronological order of their again its publication. And the writer you have Yasmin Ali Bhai Brown's No Place Like Home, Mike Phillips' London Crossings, a biography of Black Britain, Eco Ishans' Black Gold of the Sun, Searching for Home in England and Africa, George Lemming's The Pleasure of Exile, and Carol Phillips' The European Tribe. And here you have option Black British. Do remember you have to arrange these writers and their work as per their publication year in a chronological sequence, everyone. What would be the correct answer? Remember, these are the questions from PYQs. You can't deny, you can't escape, but you have to practice. PYQs. Let's, here you have the answer. Option 2 is going to be the correct answer. That is the first, in first you put George Lemming's The Pleasure Exile. Then you have E, second, the Carol Phillips, the European tribe. Then you have A, Yasmin Ali Bhai's Brown, No Place Like Home, third. Then you have B, fourth, and C, fifth. Let me show you the year. Publication year. Oh God. Here, George Lemming's The Pleasure of Exile, 1960. Carol Phillips, The European Tribe, 1987. Yasmin Ali Bhai's Brown's No Place Like Home, 1995 to 2001. Do remember the year as it has mentioned. Mike Phillips' London Crossing, A Biography of Black Britain, 2013. Eco Ishan Black's Gold of the Sun, Searching for Home in England and Africa, 2019. 2019. Key concept: The Pleasure of Exile, 1960, a seminal post colonial work exploring the diasporic condition. Majorly, you remember the theme and genre of the work. Carlyle. Carol Phillips, The European Tribe, 1987, a travelogue interrogating race, identity, and alienation in Europe. Yasmin Ali Bhai's Brown's No Place Like Home, 1995, a memoir examining multiculturalism and immigration. Memoir, do you remember what it is? In one of the video I have told you. Fourth, you have Mike Phillips' London Crossing, 2001, a historical narrative blending personal memory with collective Black British history. And the last one you have Eco Ishan's Black Gold of the Sun, 2005, a reflective journey through identity,